and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make the best Rotel dip ever. Okay? Stay tuned because you don't want to miss this. I'm trying to tell you. Friend, let's get right into it. So this is the shrimp that I'm using. This is the shrimp that I like to use, the small ones, because that way every single bite you could get some of that shrimp. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna clean my shrimp. I'm gonna use a little bit of lemon juice just so we could get that sea smell out and they don't smell like the sea. You know how seafood smell like the sea, like not too good. Okay, so we're gonna try to get some of that smell away by using that lemon juice, and we're just gonna put it in there, you know, maneuver it around. Then we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna rinse it, and we're gonna go ahead, we're going to pat it dry. The reason we're patting it dry is because we want our shrimp to sizzle when we cook it and not boil. Okay, next to a pot, we're gonna put it on medium-high heat, 7-8, and we're gonna add 1 pound of ground beef. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna just break my ground beef apart, and I'm gonna maneuver it all over that pan so that it can cook. Okay, so that it can cook all the way through. Once your ground beef is cooked, it should look a little bit something like this. Okay, it's gonna look like this. It's gonna have a little bit of oil, a little bit of lot oil. Okay, and baby, we trying to be sexy. We don't need all them extra calories, so we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna strain it, because baby, summertime is coming, or it's probably summertime. If you watching this video, who knows when you watched it, baby, we trying to be sexy, so we're gonna strain that. Okay, we're going to put that back on the stove. The heat is still 7-8. We're going to start seasoning this bad boy. The first thing we're going to grab is our chicken flavor bouillon, which we're going to use 1 tablespoon of that. This is how it look. Okay, you can find this in the international department. Then we're going to go ahead, we're going to grab the complete seasoning. We're going to put 1 teaspoon of that. We're going to take some cayenne seasoning, 1 teaspoon of that. Paprika, 1 teaspoon of that. We're going to grab garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of that. Onion powder, 1 teaspoon of that. And we're going to go ahead, we're going to mix everything together. Remember, garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, cayenne, all those seasonings right there are non-salt based seasoning. So the only thing that you added for salt was the chicken flavor bouillon, and you added the complete seasoning. That's it. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of lime juice just so I could clean my meat, because you know like lime juice, you can't really clean your meat because I said lime juice, ground beef, you can't really clean your meat like that. So that's why I like to put a little bit of lime juice in it just so I could clean it. But you could skip that part if you don't want to, baby. That's totally optional. Okay, all right. And I did go ahead and I added 1 teaspoon of adobo. I'm gonna go ahead and mix everything together, make sure all of my seasoning get into my ground beef and my ground beef get into my seasoning. Okay, it should look a little something like this. Once it look like that, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna set it to the side. This is a different pot. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna still have my heat at 7-8, and I'm gonna add about 1 tablespoon of butter. I'm gonna get that butter in there, and I'm gonna let it start to melt. Then I'm gonna go ahead, I'm going to add my shrimp. There you go, baby. We're gonna add that shrimp, and we're going to let that shrimp cook, okay? And you know you got to add a little bit of butter to seafood, because, baby, butter is what makes seafood taste so good. Then we're going to go ahead, we're going to grab our Old Bay seasoning, and I'm adding 1/2 teaspoon of that, okay? And I went ahead and I added 1 teaspoon of garlic powder and 1 teaspoon of onion powder, and I'm going to mix that all together. All right, just like this, baby. Look at that. The shrimp gonna be looking so good, and I know that they are small, but again, we're making Rotel dip, so when you don't want a big shrimp that's like when you trying to get it and scoop it, it can't be scooped, or you don't want to have like 3 pieces of big shrimp. Friend, it's just like if he got a shrimp, but he can last forever. Endless shrimp, baby. And that's how it's gonna be in that Rotel dip. Endless, because every bite gonna have some of that shrimp. Okay. Then we're going to go ahead, we're going to let that cook for 2 to 3 minutes, because you know, baby, it don't take shrimp too long to cook. Don't overcook that shrimp. We don't want to feel like we eating rubber. All right, we're going to go ahead, we're going to remove that off the stove. Then we're going to go ahead to that pot, we're going to add some bell peppers and onions. You guys, you could use more of the other colors if you want to, baby. I really ain't even have no bell peppers in my house like that. I really only had some green and a little bit of the red and barely anything. What you see is what I had, okay? And baby, it's going to taste just as good. It's going to work just as fine. But you can add whatever colors you want, and also add some onions chopped up the way that you see I got it chopped up. Next, we're going to go ahead. We're going to let that saute, and we're going to let them cook a little bit. Next, we're going to go ahead. We're going to add some heavy whipping cream. We're going to add about 1 cup of heavy whipping cream, okay? And you have to add the heavy whipping cream because it's going to give it some moisture. It's going to give it, you can't just put cheese in the sauce in a pot by itself, okay? That's why, okay? You, come on, friend. You can't just put cheese in the pot by itself. It ain't going to work out too good. So that's the reason why. Then we're going to go ahead. We're going to use some Velveeta. I know you guys don't like to use Velveeta. Well, some of you guys, but baby, when you making Rotel dip, Velveeta is the best cheese to use when making Rotel dip. Friend, I'm trying to tell you, I put that on old McDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O, friend. I wouldn't lie to you. Okay, so you could huff, you could puff, you could blow my whole house down. But baby, I ain't gonna lie to you. The Velveeta cheese and the Rotel dip is the way to go. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna put about 8 ounces of that into there, just like that. You see, I had counted for you guys and everything. We're gonna give that a mix. We're gonna let that cheese melt. Then we're gonna add half a block of Monterey Jack and half a block of mozzarella. And half a block is approximately 4 ounces because the package was 8 ounces, okay? And I'm just gonna go ahead, I'm gonna chop that up and I'm gonna put it into my pot and I'm gonna maneuver it all around and I'm gonna let it melt. I'm gonna let that cheese melt, you guys, okay? Once that cheese has melted, baby, or it's melting, it's gonna look a little something like this. Who think that thing started to look good, child? We're gonna mix everything together just to make sure that the cheese is completely melted. Then we're gonna go ahead, we're going to add some cream cheese. Yes, we're going to add cream cheese to our Rotel dip. If you don't do this, well, you need to start doing this. And if you've been doing this, look at that. You're a little bit smart. You know something. You got to put a little bit of that in there, okay? So I added approximately 2 ounces of cream cheese in there, and I'm using what is it called? Philly, you know what I'm talking about. That's the brand I'm using. You could use Great Value, baby. You could use any brand you want. That's your business, okay? Because guess who's gonna pay for them groceries? You. So don't let nobody try to make you not buy the Great Value brand. They ain't paying for it. You paying for it. So you use whatever brand you want. Next, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna grab the Rotel. I'm using the original. You can use whatever kind your heart so desire. Okay, look at that. Boom. Well, you ain't even got to argue with me. That's not the best one. Boom. Use the one you think is the best one. Look at that. We're going to put 2 cans of that in there and we're going to mix it all around. You guys, this is actually starting to come together. Look at it, friend. Look how cheesy it is. Yes, friend. It's coming together. Oh, okay. Friend, the food ain't even done yet and you already know it's about to be fire. Look at it. All right. Next, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to add a little bit more seasoning. I went ahead and I added one teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, and 1 teaspoon of Old Bay seasoning, okay? And I'm going to put all that into there. Again, the only thing that we added for salt right now was the Old Bay seasoning. The other stuff don't have no seasoning, okay? I said seasoning. It don't have no salt. It was garlic powder and onion powder. So don't come talking about it's too much seasoning. So now we're going to go ahead. We're going to put the ground beef and the shrimp back into there, you guys. We're going to mix it all together. Just like that, friend. And then, friend, let me tell you, I was looking for my Colby Jack cheese in the beginning when I was making my food, but I couldn't find it. You know, sometimes when you just had something and you just set it down, now you looking for it. You don't look up and down, side to side, underneath and round, and you still can't find it. Then when you don't need it no more, it's looking at you and you looking at it. Hey, I hate when that happens. So I have found my cheese. So I'm going to put a half a block of that cheese. This is it right here. This is it right here, okay? I'm going to put half a block of that, which is 4 ounces, into that. You could put that in the you could do that part in the beginning when you have put all the other cheeses. But friend, I ain't see it. It ain't want to be seen. When it wanted to be seen, that's when it showed up. And baby, you know what? That's cheese business. It ain't gonna stress me out. But when I did find it, I did go ahead and I put it in there. And I'm gonna just go ahead. I'm gonna let that cheese melt. I'm gonna let that cheese dissolve. I'm gonna let that cheese become part of this Rotel dip. And baby, you're going to let that cook for about 2 to 3 minutes, just until everything is well combined and become one as a unit. And baby, this Rotel dip is done, baby. Oh, friend, look at this Rotel dip. Look at this. Friend, this dip ain't nothing to be played with, baby. Friend, you need this at your baby shower, baby. This could be your 10th baby shower, okay? Your 10th baby shower with your 10th baby daddy. And I guarantee you, you have this Rotel dip, somebody finna come up to you and say, so when you gonna have another baby? Because you need to have another baby shower. I'm trying to tell you, this Rotel dip ain't nothing to be played with, baby. This Rotel dip, at the game, at the cookout, wherever you bring it, people gonna be begging for more. I'm trying to tell you, look at that. Ooh, child, let's go ahead and give this beautiful Rotel dip a moment of silence for the beauty that it holds. Yes, child. Yes, baby. It don't get no better than that. I'm trying to tell you. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to comment. And go ahead and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Bye. Until next time.